Is there also being, challenged or talked about in the
policy making is the domain of the executive?
Well, you will see it is all set out in the review petition, and you will see the grounds in the review petition. This is not challenging the court. This is a right under the Constitution that has been accorded to every person, every litigant. And if there is an in principle judgment of the court, and in respect of a principle enunciated by the court, which we believe is perhaps not been correctly enunciated, we have a right to seek a review.
And sir, allocation of natural resources, is that what?
This is all part of it. We believe all natural resources cannot be allocated through auction. Auction, we believe, might be a short-term revenue-making measure. But governments have to think in terms of policies on a long-term basis, and there are very many stakeholders in society who have to be addressed. The consumer, revenue, of course, is part of it. The operators who are operating the system, and other stakeholders. So all that has to be thought of by the government when enunciating any policy.
Sir, we would like to understand, you are also a legal luminary, sir. We would, and yesterday the Department of Telecommunication has filed an interlocutory petition seeking clarification on the auction timeline. Now, if that is the case, that means that for a year or so, the licenses also need to be stretched. If that's the case, please
read the petition. We are only placing certain facts before the court. And I am sure that in the light of those facts, the court will take an appropriate decision.
So one last...
what the court will do, I cannot predicate, and nor do I want to comment on it.
But is that a question that DOT has raised as to what happens to the licenses in the interim that 400...
Please read the petition. You will get to know all the issues that have been raised.
Sir, on the issue...
We hopefully will put it on the website. It is, once it is filed in court, we don't believe that it should be kept away, especially from enthusiastic journalists.
So the review petition does say, that the auction process could actually lead to an increase in cost of telephony, and apart from that also
whatever the review petition says, you please take note of it and quote it instead of seeking responses from me,
sir,
because that will be far more precise than what I say on television.
So does
one last question. Review petitions, 90% of review petitions are cancelled or not accepted by the Supreme Court. What are the chances of this?
I don't know. I mean, whatever the chances are, you will get to know.
And so presidential reference still on the card?
Yes, sir. Sir, does this preclude the need for a presidential reference, or is it still?
You wait and see. I mean, at the moment we filed an application, interim application. We filed a review petition, or it will be filed in the course of the day, I don't know. And those will be on the website. You can have a look at them. And whatever else you wish to know, you will get to know as and when it happens.
Thank you so much.
And what about that pricing issues and all on which decisions need to be taken? You have mentioned in Barcelona.
As I said in Barcelona, and I have reiterated that here as well, that everything will be over in 4 months' time in terms of our roadmap. Because what we need for the industry is clarity. We don't need any ad hocism. We are looking at this industry from a long-term standpoint, because I think this industry is the backbone of the service sector, in a sense. In fact, of all sectors. Because information technology ultimately is at the heart of any economic operation. So we believe this industry has enormous potential. We want it to be fully robust. And we want...
Telecom Minister Kapil Sibal, the government is set to or may have already filed the review petition on the 2G order. They're not challenging the order, they're not seeking a reversal of that order that cancelled 122 licenses, but they're actually questioning the grounds of that order. They're saying that the judiciary is not competent enough to comment on what is an executive decision as far as the allocation of resources are concerned. They're saying that an auction may not necessarily be the most efficient way of allocating resources at all points in time. These are points that are being raised in the review petition, and the Supreme Court will now consider and then take a final call. He's also clarified that a final call on telecom spectrum pricing will be taken in 4 months from now. So the wait and watch continues as far as telecom is concerned.